in Brazoria County. 2 children, 2 other people are dead, and apparently the mother might be in charge. And Jillian, I know the town of Porter is very small. I don't know if people may know who this mother is, who's allegedly responsible possibly for this.
Well, I just talked to a neighbor. She says she has seen the kids before, and she says this is just tragic and shocking. This is a heartbreaking story. A mother is accused of shooting her 4 kids, and 2 of them died. And we learned that the family lived in this home here behind me in Porter, Montgomery County.
Now this, tonight a mother is charged with murder after the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office says she shot her 4 children, died, and the other 2 are recovering in a hospital.
We have a horrifying weird one today. This lady was once on a reality TV show to get the paternity test of her child from 2 other men.
Ms. Romelus, you are here today to test 2 men to determine the paternity of your son.
Welcome back. This is Fugitive TV. I'm your host, Ray Marcel. And today what we're doing is we're going to take a look at the case of Oninda Romelus. I'm not sure if she's based out of Texas, but this happened in Texas, actually, right? So it goes like this. She had 4 kids in her car with her, and the kids are supposedly her kids. And she ends up calling 911 when she pulls over to a gas station. So the police get there after she calls 911, and I don't think she told them exactly what happened, where they're not telling us that yet. So when they get there, they find her 4 kids are... Now, 2 of them were unalived right there on the scene, and 2 of them survived.
The sheriff's office says the woman called 911 early yesterday morning from a gas station off of Highway 288 in Angleton. We have team coverage tonight, but we begin with Troy Kless, who spoke with the sheriff in Angleton. Troy.
The mom, identified as 31-year-old Oninda Romelus, is being held in the Brazoria County Jail tonight after deputies say that she shot her 4 kids inside of a car sometime Saturday morning.
Brazoria County deputies responded to an unthinkable, unimaginable tragedy.
Brazoria County Sheriff Bo Stallman describing a 13-year-old boy and 3-year-old girl, an 8-year-old boy and 9-year-old girl still recovering.
Now, the kids that were in the car with her, there's a 13-year-old boy. Now, he was unalived. He is believed to be the same son for whom Romelus appeared on a TV show. She appeared on a TV show not long ago, actually. It was about a decade ago. It was called Paternity Court.
You say that you were dating Mr. Seymour for the past 4 years, but then you cheated with another man. Mr. Seymour, you are one of the 2 possible fathers being tested for paternity today.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say you don't believe Ms. Romelus' son is yours because in the very same week she conceived the baby, she had sexual relations with both you and another man.
And on the show, she had 2 men on there who was saying it was the father, and come to find out, none of those 2 were the father at all.
Are not the father. Not father.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Then the next one is a 3-year-old girl who was also unalived. Then there's an 8-year-old boy who was wounded. He has survived. He's in stable condition. And there's a 9-year-old girl who was also in stable condition. So people are wondering, you know, what happens to a mother to turn on her kids like that, right? Now, here's another thing. When the police showed up, she actually told them that she wasn't trying to call 911. She was calling the devil or calling hell. And she said that she basically believed her kids were demons and they needed to go where they belong. It's pretty much what she was doing.
According to court documents, when she was questioned by authorities, she said her children were and they were with the devil. Now, we did talk to a neighbor who said that she knew the kids. She saw them many times before. She's never spoken or seen the mother, but said that nothing seemed suspicious.
So here's the question. Was she going mentally ill? She had to be mentally ill to do that, right? Had to be. And when you look at the footage from the video court, if you go back and find it on YouTube, just type in her name, you'll see it.
He's been in this for 2 years, so now well, wait a minute. Well, why don't right now you start doing something that I don't think you've ever done before and stop thinking about yourself? Yeah. Now listen.
So we all know she's been charged and she's placed under a $14 million bond. That is what her bond is. Now, This tragedy actually comes a decade after Romelus appeared on paternity court TV in 2013 to determine the father of her son, Ocario. After she admitted to cheating on her fiance, who was Dwayne, a DNA test on the show proved neither Dwayne nor the other man, Jeremy, was the father. Romelus, a tax agent originally from Haiti, had recently moved to Texas from Georgia with their children. So she had a man on there claiming, I guess, to be the dad. And guess what? He wasn't the dad. And then even tested another guy, and he wasn't even the dad. Come on now, red flags already. Look at it. You could tell she got some problems. You could tell she got red flags. First of all, she had the two men on there, was lying saying that both of these men or one of these men are the father. When the judge was like, none of these men are the father, she was like, no way. The paternity test has to be lying a little bit because these are only two people I've been with. And the whole courtroom pretty much was like, what the? No, this is DNA. DNA don't lie. Now, she does have a prior charge. Actually, she has a prior charge out of Georgia, and it was a misdemeanor charge for, I think, DUI and a small amount of marijuana. Now, the police they're still investigating, but they did do a search on her home. They went to her home, and not only were they looking for things, but they were looking for another kid. Supposedly, she's got a 17-year-old son. He was not at home, and they're not saying where he's at. So even if they do know where he was at, they probably got him in some protective custody. I'm pretty sure. They're not going to tell us that. He's underage, so they're not. And they're probably scared just in case, Now, when they searched the home, they didn't just find, they didn't just try and look for her son. They also were, in the house, and then they found a bunch of fraudulent documents. This lady was pretty much scam artist.
Well, what they found is a criminal investigation of their own. And before we get into that, I want to say that they came out here looking for a fifth child. Now, her family actually just arrived here at the house minutes ago. They tell me that they don't know about a fifth child. They don't know about the 17-year-old that is supposedly being sought after. That could be the reason why that the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office has not been able to find or locate, as far as we know, this fifth child supposedly involved or could be involved in this incident. But the investigation that Montgomery County now has on their hands is because when they came here looking for this child, when they got inside, what they found is what can only be described as an identity theft operation. Montgomery County deputies coming to Romelus's home Saturday morning, looking for the oldest child, a 17-year-old who wasn't inside. Instead, when deputies broke down the front door, they came across what they described as an identity theft operation, something believed to be connected to another crime. In total, detectives finding 33 Social Security cards, 48 ID cards, and 16 credit cards, some having Romelus's name, others with different names in her photo. Many were in various stages of being made.
They were actually looking for, supposedly she has a fifth kid. It's unconfirmed if not, but there's a 17-year-old boy they were thinking that was going to be at the house, but he's not at the house and nobody knows where he is at this time. So there's a 17-year-old boy that nobody knows where he is at. But they broke down the door to the home and the teenager was not inside. Now, what they did find was a large number of Social Security cards and other documents that gave suspicion of more criminal activity. Now, this is what they found. How many? It was 33 Social Security cards, 48 identification cards, 16 credit cards, and along with other items. The search warrant says detectives saw Social Security and identification cards had the identification of numerous different individuals. Some of the identification cards had Romelus' photo on them, but the names to different people. So she was switching up her name on ID cards and things like that. Many of the Social Security cards and treasury checks had been issued to Romelus' address, but had other people's names on it. So she had treasury checks too. Multiple shipping labels, phones, computers, laptops, printers, and other devices used in the course of creating fraudulent pieces of identifying information. So she was in there doing a lot. They took away so many items, Social Security cards, fake IDs. She had a Tesla. They took the Tesla away too because a Tesla, of course, keeps it's a big computer. We're going through this with the David case right now. It keeps track of a lot of things. Not only that, I'm also wondering if she had obtained the Tesla fraudulently since she has all this information. And not only that, did she obtain the house? You see, the house is a nice house. Did she get this house fraudulently? It makes me wonder that too, because that's a nice house. So she might have got the house even fraudulently.
An Instagram page that appears to show Romelus posting content as recently as September 27th. Now, this is the post on that day in September. The video has the caption, quote, "Mama gotta have a life too." And here's the caption on the post that reads, quote, "'Cause what it really do. You're not a bad B word if you're a terrible mother. To all my mamainas handling biz and did not handle biz this week, baby, go to happy hour, bleep them kids." Deputies say they are investigating the home where Romelus and her kids lived, which was more than an hour away north of Houston in Montgomery County, Texas. It is still unclear why Romelus and her children inside that vehicle were in the county south of Houston, again, an hour away Saturday morning when she called 911 allegedly.
So you guys that are new to my channel, and also for you ones that might have been following me for a while and don't know, I know a little bit about fraudulent IDs. Because why? I was doing it myself. The reason why it's called Fugitive TV is because once I was on the run from the law, and I was on the run for about a good 15 years. Now, I wasn't making fraudulent IDs. What I was doing was I was paying other people to use their IDs is what I was doing. I would pay them, they would give me their information, and then I would just go walk into the DMV and walk out with a driver's license. And then I would use that and go to other places. And that was how I went to other countries. And for you people that do want to figure out, or I should say want to know what I was doing, it's in my book, Rare Redemption. It should be out by the end of this year. Hopefully it could be done by Christmas, and you guys can pick that up. But I do know a little bit about fraudulent IDs. Everything she's got, she might have got fraudulently. But I don't know. I mean, for you mothers that are out there, could you even think about something like this? Could you even fathom that? I mean, I have kids and I couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't even think about that. That's crazy. Now, she is in jail right now, right? Her bond is $14 million. $14 million. She's got a $5 million for each kid that she terminated, and then $2 million for each kid that, you know, was still alive. So it equals $14 million. So you could tell she's not getting out anytime soon. She's probably never going to get out whatsoever. And good, she deserves to be in there. You know, I'm not one for people always going to jail, but some people need to go. When you mess with kids, you got to go. You're going to jail. Now, that's so far as what we found out, you know, on this case. But if you have any comments, let me know. Like I said, go watch that her on Paternity TV. I watched the whole episode. I watched the whole thing. But let me know. Like, subscribe, Fugitive TV. I'm out.